Ambulance crews have been on the picket line since this morning as part of a 24-hour strike by members of SIPTU and Unite in the National Ambulance Service in a dispute over pay. The HSE says there are indications that it is having a significant impact with longer than usual response times. Striking workers insist they are responding to life-threatening emergencies.
On strike, but still on call. Ambulances continued to operate out of this depot in Dublin today, striking workers saying they are leaving the picket lines to respond to life-threatening emergencies. And there were similar scenes across the country, from Letterkenny to Cork and from Galway to Waterford. Ambulance crews saying that while their qualifications and workload have increased, their pay has not.
We're looking for recognition for the changes, the extra responsibilities and the upskilling that we've done over the past 15 years.
In that 15 years we have come on immensely with skills and training, and we have nothing for that.
What do you say to patients that could be really disrupted by this action today?
Well, firstly, there won't be long delays. We still have 46% of the fleet out there. As you can see behind us, we have vehicles that are ready to go.
But the HSE said it's worried that people who need to go to hospital may avoid doing so.
I'm afraid that people will misinterpret the availability of service because of the strike. But I would urge people, if you're sick, don't not go to an emergency department. Please do come. We're here and we're waiting for you.
In the Dáil, the government came under fire for not doing more.
For years now, you've refused to deliver the fair pay ambulance workers deserve. You've left the ambulance system stretched to breaking point.
The only way to resolve this is through dialogue and through exhausting the well-established industrial relations machinery of the state.
As well as today's strike action, staff began an ongoing work to rule yesterday, and unions say that if this dispute isn't resolved, there will be a 48-hour strike next week, a 72-hour strike the week after, and further work stoppages in June. But before any of that, there could be a long night ahead, with this strike due to run until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
And Brian joins us now from the Loughlinstown Ambulance Centre in Dublin. Brian, the HSE has issued a statement in the past hour talking about the kind of impact this has had. What's it been saying?
Yeah, that statement coming to us just in the last few minutes, Sharon, talking about how indications are this evening that there has been a significant impact on services with longer than normal response times because of this strike. The HSE reiterating its advice to members of the public this evening in that statement. They can still dial 999, but if it's a non-life-threatening call, they may have a much longer wait than normal. Under a contingency plan, the kinds of calls that are being prioritised are those time-critical, life-threatening issues like cardiac arrests or serious traumas from car crashes. Now, interestingly, in a statement this evening, the HSE is acknowledging the support that it has received from the striking workers when it comes to finalising that contingency plan. But also in that statement, Sharon, the HSE once again calling on the striking workers to end their industrial action and return to the talks table.
And Brian, members of government, including the Taoiseach, have urged both sides to go back to the talks table. Any sign of that happening?
No, not right now. Just in the last few minutes, I've been speaking with John McCamley. He is the SIPTU sector organiser for the ambulance division. He said there's been no formal invitation, no formal approach, no formal set of proposals put on the table this evening. They did have a meeting of a different kind, however, a short time ago, and that was a meeting of the SIPTU strike committee to plan next week's strike action. And remember, that will be twice the length of this strike. That will be a 48-hour strike. So look, there certainly seems to be a big gap still between these two sides this evening. On the one side, you have the union saying we want this 2020 recommendation implemented when it comes to upgrading the salary scales. And on the other side, you have the HSE saying, but we did put a set of proposals on the table that were almost agreed and almost over the line last year that would have increased your pay, but it was union members that rejected it. The union members saying, yes, but those proposals came with too many conditions attached, including cuts to allowances. So as I say, the gap remains. This strike will end at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, but immediately the clock will start ticking to next week's strike and beyond. And that industrial action will be even more disruptive, Sharon.
Work and technology correspondent Brian O'Donovan from Dublin. Thank you.